Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thursday evening. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. Weather here today, we've had blue skies all day. It's pretty okay outside. It's cold in the shade, but otherwise it's nice. We're getting into the long summer's evenings now, so I guess people will be getting less and less on the live streams now, because who wants to be in watching trains when they can be outside? Anyway, let's put it back down on the 4 cameras. And we'll see who's in the chat. So don't forget to hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're new here. You got any questions, put them in the chat. And let me just go back, see who's in. First off the mark there was Tom Houston Motorrail. Good evening, Tom. How are you doing? Maura King's in as well. Hi, Maura. Colin Wilkes. Good evening, Colin. Summer Breeze Motor Railway. John and Holly. Hi, John and Holly. Hope you're keeping well. Who's we? Oh, Lindtree Towns Trains and Models. London. How you doing? We've got anyone else in? Oh, Flymo's in. Top Mod. How you doing, Flymo? Who else we got in? Anybody else? No. Oh, Jennifer Foster McDade. Hello, daughter. How are you? You must be really bored if you're watching me. Burglar 75 Ian. Good evening. How you doing? Haunted Railway, Jake. Good evening, Jake. How are you doing? Ivo Van Zon's in. Hi, Ivo. Oh, Simon Motor Railway Showcase. He's here. Puntastic time. Platform 7A. Good evening. Darrow's Locomotive Shed. Good evening. Ian O'Brien's in as well. Hi, Ian. How you doing? So what's everyone up to this evening? Anybody see that announcement from Chadwick? They're looking for someone to help down in Bournemouth. I was tempted, but it's a bit of a commute for me. But if you haven't seen that, there's McKinley are looking to take someone on for a couple of days a week to help out on the layout. So check out Charlie's channel there, Chadwick, for the advert. I think it went up today. Oh, Jerry BVR's just popped in. How you doing, Jerry? And there was a surprise announcement from Hornby as well for another 00A4, I believe. I didn't actually see the video. I just seen it come up. It was in. How you doing? Good evening. So I've only got a couple of locos, because I said after last week I was going to give this a good clean over the weekend, which I didn't clean the track. I cleared everything off, packed it away, and as I was doing it, I was cleaning the wheels on the locos. So I got all the locos cleaned, and they are running a lot better this evening. But I need to go around and give the track a clean, so that'll probably be this weekend's job. So I just cleared everything off, packed it away, and just had a good tidy up. Oh, Valley 56 is in. Chris, good evening. Marlon's in. Hi, Marlon. How you doing? Anybody else popped in? So any questions, pop them in the chat. Was it LNER A4s, a few silver locos in wartime black from Hornby? Oh, is that what it was? I was going to say, keep the rain, Maura, but you're so generous, you probably send us some anyway. Yeah, it was forecast to rain today. But it didn't. It was a lovely day here in Donegal yesterday. I went to Oakfield Park, and they've got a nice railway there. It's 18-inch gauge track they're using, big enough to sit in. So we had a little go. Now it's about 15 minutes to go around their track work they have there. So had fun doing that yesterday. Took 2 of the young ones out. Enjoyed the sunshine. Had an ice cream. Had quite a pleasant day out, because it was the only sort of nice day we had over the Easter holidays. It wasn't forecast to be nice today, but it's been dry all day. Anybody else popped in? Oh, is Aaron in as well? I didn't see Aaron pop up there, but hello, Aaron, if you're watching as well. Let's see who else is in. Hornby needs to get rid of this rubbish pestering form. Oh, did I see Canadian Locomotive Locomotive Logistics in as well. How you doing? So don't forget the like button for me, guys. As usual, not sponsored by the Train Set Shop. Or Dr. Pepper. But that's the drink of choice tonight, the old Dr. Pepper and Fanta Lemon. So hi to anybody there who's watching in the background, lurking in the background as well. I just presumed. All right, okay. Yeah. I was thinking, I didn't see his name, and I thought, oh, Arnville's in as well. Hello, hope as all. I'm going to KeyWorld NEC Birmingham on Saturday. Anyone else? Unfortunately, I won't be going. Spent too much money this year, really. Can't afford to go over because it's obviously flights and hotels for me to go over. I did actually look last week, thought, I could just fly out for the day, but there was no flight suitable, and flights that were there were just mad expensive. So I thought, well, I'll give it a miss. It wouldn't be so bad if the foam stayed together instead of dropping bits all over the locos. I had no internet for 7 days, so it's been back to old school listening to the radio, reading books, and modeling, sort of. I saw WW plane on the back of a lorry minus the wings today while coming back from work today. Oh, what? Any idea what plane it was? Bear with me a second. I have a knock at the door. Sorry about that. I'm back. Let me just check. My mic's still going. That was just number 3 daughter. To work out what order she was in then. She just got a job offer. So. Oh, Chris is going to the Bristol show on Saturday the 4th of May. Ooh. New Durham Junction is at work, or he would have said hello. I seen you, Marlon, and I thought, oh, where's Craig? Where's Craig masquerading as Marlon tonight? Oh, there's Jason, Barnabas Junction. Good evening, Jason. And I'm sure everybody's heard by now, but he's back next Thursday. So he'll be straight after me at 8:30 next Thursday. It's been a long time. I'm sure we've all been missing Jason. They've had to put up with me on Thursday nights. I'm just the warm-up act. I remember seeing 227 or 2. I think it was a Spitfire. Oh, very nice. Thank you, John and Holly. Yep. It's just it's a sort of a paid sort of internship type thing they do for students over the summer. So as well as money, it's good experience as well. So she's happy to get it. Even though she's just done 6-7 months of unpaid work for her degree. Yes, as Jerry says, don't forget the old thumbs up there. Eli Models, hi Mark, I'm just laying ballast on the track on my layout. Oh, that's the job that some people love to hate. I'm always here looking forward to next Friday. Ooh, what's happening Friday? What have I missed? What's happening Friday? You're a force unto yourself. Oh, thanks very much, Flymo. Some would say a bad force. Nobody misses me. They will all turn off on the stream. No, they won't. I'll be redirecting them off to you, Jason. Curious, what type of internship? Any experience is good experience. It's with the county council. Should be working, well, I'm not actually too sure what she's doing in the county council. I know it's it'd be a good way to make contacts and gain experience, and something very good to have on your CV. So tonight I have running just my A class going around solo, my class 121, those are Irish Rail locos going around. I've 37 going around pulling a couple of coaches. And on the lower deck is a 37 in EWS, just going around by itself. As I say, I cleared everything off to clean the track. I got the locos cleaned. So this weekend is going to be a track cleaning session. I used to look forward to Fridays. Retiring has cured that. Oh, Pete, Hermitage Road's in the house. How you doing, Pete? Hope everything's well with you. I just need a quick swig of the old Dr. Pepper. Mark, have you got 6 loops running? No, I've only got 4. 3 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Of course, if you haven't been tuning in and you don't know that this outer loop, which I wired up, put the DCC Concepts control in there for the seat point motors. For whatever reason, of course, before I put it back in, I tested everything was working. But when I throw this switch, or why am I saying switch? That's so American. Point, the priority doesn't change. So it means whenever a train goes over it, it shorts. So I need to get at that to sort it out. So I put that on the long finger for now because there's so many other things I want to sort out before I have to pull this out and sort it out. So I need to see what, and it's not easy to get at from this side because it's against the wall. So I can't get in there to see what the problem is. Joshua W56 Gaming, good evening, Joshua. How are you doing? Oh, Brian Madden, good evening, Brian. Your tender, we can't really see them. Backlight from the windows blocking that. Your tender there, I fixed it. I managed to move the little cog in there. I put a little drop of glue on there. Hopefully that hold it in place. If it comes off again, it doesn't work, I'll have to get a new cog for it and put that on. Hopefully it'll work. And new buffers. Ooh. Welsh Frogs. Good evening. That's a name I haven't seen before in here, I don't think. Welsh Frogs. You're welcome to the stream. Obviously knows me. How's the layout? The layouts as our layouts go. You know, it's got its usual little gremlins are not working. So I'm just giving it a good clean this weekend, sort out a load of joints and stuff on it this weekend. So I can have it up and running fully next week, hopefully. By the looks, I think the same Spitfire I saw, that will be at Key Model World Live. Oh, is that where it was going to? Alan White's in. Hi, Alan. How you doing? Yeah, I got caught out with 2 electrofrog points recently too. Yeah, I don't know what the issue with it, Jerry, is. Like, obviously, before I put the board back down and screwed everything in place, I tested it and it was working. But now when you throw it, the priority doesn't change. So of course, if it was the other way, you know, the priority was the other way, I could run trains over it. But it's set to go off. So when you put it to go through, trains just short out going over it because it's obviously the wrong priority. Happy days. Just in time. Oh, it's your birthday on Sunday, is it, Brian? Oh, happy birthday. I'm sure you'll get a nice big birthday cake. Anybody who doesn't know, Brian's wife, Viv, is, oh, the cakes and stuff she makes, out of this world. They really are. They're just, I got to be careful what I say, though, because my daughter was a bit upset because I ate some of Viv's cakes and I wasn't eating hers. So she goes, oh, you'll eat Viv's cakes, you won't eat mine. So I was like, ooh. Oh, I used to be London Transport Duck. Ah, right, got you now. Now I know who you are. Yes, how's the little one doing, Jake? I will totally isolate my points and they have their own power source. Yeah, but my points are obviously isolated. They're electrofrog points. For whatever reason, something's come amiss underneath, and it when you throw the switch, the priority doesn't change. Is the point being fed from the other end of the... No, it's completely isolated. It's got isolating joints in it. So it's being fed from the little DCC Concepts controller. I was a whippet before I got married. All right, do you do a separate bus for points, or do you have... Well, no, the DCC Concepts take the power from the bus, the normal DCC bus, and uses that to control the point motors. So it controls the seat point motors, your little solenoid motors. So I don't have that. On the lower deck where I'm using the DCC, the DCC Concepts power supply. So that's a normal power supply for controlling points. That does have a separate bus. It was Jason actually who put me on to that. And it is really good. It's got its own built-in CDU. So it's a complete unit. You just plug it in, run your bus from it, and that will control loads of points. You know, like it will throw, well, they reckon up to 25 points in one go. But like the max I would ever throw at once is 2 or 3. Any new locomotives? Well, new to me was... this one here, I picked up when I was at the Worley Open Day. It's a Bachmann 66. I put a chip in it. It's running great. I can't remember what I paid for it now. I can't remember what I told my missus I paid for it. But it was at the Open Day, so it wasn't that much. I think it was about 30 or 40 quid, I think it was. And it fully works. Lights are all working. Runs. And it's even got not a bad weathering job on it as well. Donegal Railway. Clive's in the house. How you doing, Clive? Or can you review the scale since box file layout kit? I'm not sure what you're on about there. Oh, I've seen Clive. I've seen that your video pop up earlier on. Have you got now a Prodigy controller, the Gauge Master one, same as the one I have? It's a really nice controller. But I bet he paid a fraction of what I paid for mine, though, knowing Clive. I was going to do 2 videos today, but saw all the camera battery was dead. Yeah, well, I actually put out 2 videos today. One was on the flying display at the Bangor Model Railway Show there a couple of weekends ago. Put it out separate because I think it's about 40 minutes long, the show. So it's all the different flying models that they had at the show. And also I put another video out which has gone to my channel members and will be out on Saturday. That is on some rolling stock maintenance and some hunt couplings. So that'll be out Saturday at 5 o'clock, I believe. Oh yeah, there's a diesel rail tour heading to Wicklow on Sunday, and we get footage of that. Ooh, very good. All right, look it up on Google. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, second one, 95 quid a post. Ah, Clive. When I watch Clive's videos and just see what he's got and the price he's paid, I'm like, where does he find this stuff? You went to the Yorkshire on Monday. It was good. You even met Steve Flynn. Oh, very good. March West Junction. How you doing, Andy? Andy, you'll remember. How much did I pay for that 66 that you pointed out to me? And I went and purchased at the Worley Open Day. I can't remember how much I paid. And I'm trying to remember how much I told my missus I paid as well. Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Sorry if I said, you didn't sound rude. Moreland Motor Railway, Andy, how are you doing? Just popping in for a short time. That's no problem, Andy. Thanks for popping in. Just make sure you hit the like button while you're in, please. That goes for the rest of you as well. Oh, all right. I really should stop drinking Dr. Pepper. It can't be good for me. Who's the brand? What, the 66? It's a Bachmann. That's the more important price. Yeah, it is. Do I like Star Trek? Yes, I do. I think I've watched all the Star Trek series, even some of the animated stuff, and even some of the stuff that you find made on YouTube. There was when I would have been, when the Next Generation came out, I was, well, we'll say almost pub going age, and there was a certain pub in the town that had Sky, because not everybody had Sky. And you could go in there 6 o'clock in the evening, because I remember they used to show The Simpsons at 6, the 2 episodes of that, and then at 7 o'clock, Star Trek Next Generation was on. We used to go in there and watch it. And you could be in the bar, and you would hear a pin drop, because everybody was glued to watching it. Have you seen the new Paramount ad? No, I haven't. I heard there was something coming out, some new series, but I haven't seen too much of it. Hate Hornby. Hornby, I like Hornby. I got that Black 5. That goes really, really well. I've got some Class 56s that go really well. Then I've got some of their railroad stuff, which goes, but it can't really pull anything up an incline because it's cheaper, it's lighter. Hornby do a range of stuff. They do some naff cheap stuff, which gets people into the hobby, and they do some nice quality stuff. So if it wasn't for Hornby, there'd be a lot less people in motor railways, I think. TNG, I would think, I think TNG is probably my favorite, yeah. You see that train control system now has track cleaning car that includes a vacuum and a scrubber all in one, controllable by DCC. Is that the same as the DELPH one, which I found mine the other day. Where did I put it? Hang on a minute. Oh, that one. Oh, shine on it. There we go. Get that so it doesn't shine. Where are we? I bought that. The only thing it's good for I think, is the vacuum. I put it around, I've got a chip in it, and just get it to vacuum the track. The scrubber and the cleaner, no, I don't really rate it, but the vacuum, quite good. Oh, Robert's in the house. That's no problem. Yeah, Robert was actually here yesterday. I said I had some track, and he came and routed through my box of spare track and took some. And he's seen the layout in person. There's Star Trek ad crossover with SpongeBob. What's the oldest model train in your collection? The oldest train I have would be my Class 37, which I don't even have out anywhere. It's in a box, which I bought when I was 15, after my family moved to the UK back in the late 80s. And I was able to get a paper round, make my own money. And I saved up, and I went to Nobby's Hobbies in Gloucester Road in Bristol, which is no longer there, unfortunately. And I had 15 quid on me, and I said, what do you have? And he had a Class 37 that came out of a train set. He used to always break up the train sets and sell it separately. And it cost me 15 quid, and I still have it, and it still goes. Some of the buffers are broken on it, and you know, it's a bit worse for wear, but I still have it somewhere, and it still goes. Same sort of livery as this 37 going around here, but without the red stripe. And back then, I didn't even know what it was. It was just a train to me. It's the fact they're still making locos and putting them in. Yeah, like some of their locos, like their molds are years old now. And you have to wonder, like, they've reclaimed the costs of the development of it. Why are they still so expensive? But it's business, I suppose. Never right there, 40 quid. Yeah. Oh, what TNG? Yeah. Anyone seen the new Star Wars Andor Series 2 yet? Proper grown-up adult Star Wars without ant labor or space wizards anywhere. Seriously different to the normal stuff. I've seen the first series, but Disney have pumped out so much Star Wars and really sort of flogging that horse that it's hard to remember what I've watched and what I've seen and which story is which. I know I've seen it. I can't remember whether I liked it or not. I have a lovely 00 Hornby Flying Scotsman with steam, HM7000, 21 pen TSX. It's great. Yeah. Oh, Timber Surf's in the house. Hi, Timbers. How you doing? Is the answer to Star Stream? I have a Doppel one too that I DC'd, and yes, the vacuum is only, yeah, it is. The vacuum is only a good bit. The other bit has got, like, you put the sandpaper attachment on it. Well, that's just going to scratch your track to buggery, and it gets stuck on the points. And the same with the little cleaning pad as well. Mick92, good evening. How you doing? Well, I'm all good here. Thanks, Mick. Everyone's saying hello. Is it DCC fitted? What, my Class 37? No, it's still DC. It's got the old Hornby 3-pole motor in it. I could chip it because I have chipped ones of that vintage, shall we say. But it's got traction tires on it. You know, it's only got one set of pickups on each bogie. So no, I'm keeping it in original condition, and every so often I make up a circle of track and I get it out and play with it. You know, be careful how I say things, really. It's ruined the paintwork and it's annoyed the life out of me, and I've got some really bad deep scratches on it as well. Yes, I dare say some of the molds have paid for other molds. Yeah. TCS, TCV is different, self-propelled, and $290. I don't think Mark would crack up. You never know. Oh, Mick fitted sign to the 88 today. Oh, very good. Do you have any end gauge? And so would you build a micro exhibition layout? Well, I've 009. Be another layer built on this eventually, and that will have a circuit of 009. I've got the track ready to go down to run some Donegal rail cars. And I've done a video on this one. Let me just get it out. Oh, I can show you. So there's 009. So in theory, it'll be part of this layout, but at the same time, a separate layout I can lift off and take away. So I hope to get some more of these and run them on the layout. There. Oh, Flyman's been busy doing washing. Yeah. The frequency at which Hornby is discarding molds is a sign of bad design. Well, I think what happened with Hornby is when they moved and everything, they took all their old molds and someone put them in a skip. Because I think when Simon came back to Hornby, he went to look for them and this was told, oh no, that we've got rid of them all in the skip. And he's like, why? These cost thousands to make and you've just skipped them, just got scrap value for them. Track cleaning manually on a relatively small layout may be okay on a large one. What do people use? Wonder what miniature, yeah, I wonder what miniature London do. Well, I clean the track rubber. This is the aluminium oxide one from Gauge Master. It's a pinky colored one. It's a lot softer. It's better than the other Gauge Master one, which is the gray one. This tends to break up and leave lots of bits behind. So this one is much better. I also, for stubborn bits, I have the Pico track rubber, which is a bit more abrasive. But usually I just go around the track with some IPA and then go back around it with contact cleaner. And that's it really. I have a little Charge track cleaner, which I put on a loco and send that around the tracks. It's very good. You fill it up with IPA and you run it around the tracks and away it goes. The only thing with it, when you first get it, there's a little bit of setting up with it because you got to get it adjusted to the right height for your track so it goes over your points and everything smoothly. But once you've done that, it works fine. One thing I would say by IPA is make sure you use the 99.9% stuff, not the 70% stuff, because obviously that'll leave water behind and can cause more problems. If you use the 99.9, it evaporates off and it doesn't leave anything behind. Although with the Charge cleaner, for some reason, you have to dilute it to 90%, I think it is, for it to work. So, but then it's going around with a rag, and I think it's probably taking most of it with it. Well, not a rag, but the bit that cleans underneath. Clean, clean and multiple. They did a YouTube video on track clean. Oh, did they? There's a real place called Fingering. Oh, okay, Simon. Yeah, it is a lovely little model. It's 3D printed and then painted and put onto a particular chassis. I can't remember what the chassis is now. Oh, I can't remember now. Mick says cheers to everyone, says hi. Well, cheers, Mick. Fortunately, it's just Dr. Pepper. Ray, good evening or good afternoon. How are you doing, sir? The freshman BF or 38 is from the 1980s Roco and only came with a new one last year. Yeah, the grey gauge master just crumbles like cake. It does, yeah. And they use loads of little bits, and then you need to vacuum around after it. The pink one, which I think is aluminium oxide, is a lot sturdier. And to my mind, it cleans better. I have that grey one sitting there. This is sort of this is where I leave my track rubbers and my track tester sitting there, so I know where they are. It's been sitting there. I don't really use it, so. And I found a brand new one in my toolbox that I've never used. So. I'm catching up on a couple of duvet covers that didn't dry well and were drying in the house over the winter. Well, you've been busy then, Flymo. TCS is a green one with a yellow roof. I'm waiting to hear a review on it. It's a brand new product. And Andy Moreland used a CMX cleaner with IPA and DCC Concept Oxford rubber. Yeah, the cleaner I've got is basically the UK version of the CMX one. Shard. It's basically, from what I can see, almost the same. It's a heavy loco or heavy sort of brass wagon. Looks like a tanker almost with a cleaning. It's the same as the CMX one. Yes, Adam, yesterday here was the day for catching up. Today, not so much. Oh, well, today was a good day here for the drying, as they say. Well, as well, shrugs off. Okay, take care. I'll catch you again. Did make him crack up slightly. You can use a Gauge Master track cleaner. That's the same design as the Roco one. I just use IPA. Most of my locos have traction tires, and most cleaners will make them swell and fall off. So IPA it is for me. All right, okay. Let's say what I use is obviously IPA, and then from the local, one of the auto factor chain stores in the UK is Halfords, and I picked that up for I think it was £5 and I got some of that, spray it onto a rag, and just rub it around after I've cleaned the tracks, and it seems to do the job. I use 99.9 IPA to remove paint from my models if I need to repaint them, so IPA doesn't affect the metal on the track. Yeah. Jason currently doing a Swedish chef impression while cooking chops for tea. Hurdy birdie wordy. I hope there's no Swedish people in the chat. Yeah, it's quite an image. Jason, as Flymo says, Jason. He's not doing his impression of the naked chef as well. Oh. Layout that is in long-term storage. Most of the year I use ATF transmission fluid to keep the track in good condition. Yeah. Halford's contact cleaner is good stuff and much cheaper than many others for all electrical work. Yeah. It does a very good job against oxidation. Yeah, that's the main reason I got it. It wasn't so much for this here, but it was for the layouts in the museum. because obviously they're in an older building. Got one of them in a wagon. I was trying to cut down on the oxidation of the track, and it seemed to work all right. But I think it's something I need to do at least every 4 to 6 months, which I haven't done it in about 12 months now. So I need to get in. So maybe, depending on the weather, maybe next week's stream will be from the grey wagon in the museum, because I really need to get in there and sort that layout out. And it's a bit warmer now. We're in the tourist season. It needs to be up and running properly for our visitors. So I need to pull the finger out and get in there and sort it out. Barry Mason. Hi, Barry. How you doing? Great interest in your layout. Well, thanks, Barry. It's 2 levels, 4 upper loops, 2 lower loops, 12 foot by 7 foot, modular, made up of 2.5 by 4 sections, 3 of them this side, same the other side, and a 2 foot by 2.5 foot section, either end joining them together. Yeah, Halford's fly mount, that's where I got it. I think it was a £5. I think the Halfords are in most decent sized towns, I think, in the UK. Or you can, I don't know, you can probably buy it online and get it delivered. No problem, Barry. Right, I need to put that down and pour out some more Dr. Pepper. There. What time are we on? Oh, it's 8:10 already. Next time I'm in the city. Next train show will be in August. Going to try Baden State Railway class. Oh, Ironville, time for tea and biscuits. The next train show for me will be the, let's see what's up next. It's the Wexford show at the beginning of May. And that's going to depend on weather. If it's decent enough weather, I might take the tent, and like I did last year, drive down, because it really is sort of diagonally the opposite end of the country for me. It's a good 4-hour drive. Go down there, take the tent, and camp overnight, because I did go to the show. It was the first time at the Wexford show last year, and it was very, very good. Really enjoyed it. So I'll go and do it again this year, if I can get down there. And then we've got 2 then the end of May. We've got the first Bangor show, and then on the Friday and the Saturday, and then on, I think, on the Sunday, or the Saturday and the Sunday, we've got a new show down in Limerick, the Midwest Model Club, I think it is. Somebody asked me if there was a list of shows in Ireland, and on one of my videos, and I'd done a list of them, and I actually put it up on the IRM Modelers Forum today as well, and I just put the list up there and asked if I'd missed any off, because we'd have the Ulster show in August, the Erne show in September, the Dublin show in October, and then First Bangor have a Christmas show end of November, and I think that's it. And there's a couple of other sort of smaller swaps in that. In Dublin, and I think there's one in Cork as well in December that somebody commented on. So Cork now is a bit far for me. It really is the other end of the country. It's not that easy to get to from Donegal. But you know, because I've done the journey to Cork numerous times, because I've done a lot of flying training down there, and yeah, it's quite a drive from Donegal. We raised a glass to Bernie last Saturday. Yeah, I can't believe it's been 2 years, Jason. He's sadly, I really miss his streams. There was always such a laugh. He's sadly missed by the community. Rest in peace, Bernie. Oh, there's Roast Frog's YouTube channel. Thanks, Flymo. Y-Ddraig is a large Pacific with 2-meter drivers. Huh. It's good for the job and a lot cheaper. Yeah, I'd say it's really good. There's Flymo putting the links up. Thank you, Flymo. There will be a meetup at the Severn Valley Railway Model Railway Show. Too many railways in that. On the 3rd of May, at least 4 YouTubers attending. Anyone interested? I would be interested, but it's cost for me at the moment. I need to save my money because if you tuned in last week, you will remember that the car failed the MOT, or the over here in Ireland, the NCT. It was condemned completely. So we've had to fork out for another car, and that purchase didn't go well, which is another story. I'll let you know next week about that. Simon can't go. He's got to work Saturday. Raymond Legs. I can't remember if I said hello to you. Hi, Raymond. How are you doing? Yes, he was quite a guy. 11 Deltics from Akuriska. Yeah, he had a lot of trains from Akuriska, a lot of engines. You know? So I should... Oh, I can't... Because I won a Deltic off him. I should actually have that out and running. Not even sure where it is now. Well, I know it's in one of our boxes. Morecambe Cork swap and meet is a great event. Real bargains to be had, but I'm not sure if it would be a bargain driving all the way from Donegal. Yeah, I think that's what they put on there. They said there, it's not confirmed yet, but there'll be one in December. If you find the what's on thread on RIM bulletin board, you'll see I put a thing up there for shows, 2025 shows. Are you going to Craic? No, unfortunately, I'm not, Timber. I will be on holiday with the family when Crew is on, unfortunately, because that's the only week we could get everyone together in the family. With, like, I've got kids in college and working and stuff, and trying to coordinate to have a big family holiday because, you know, and it happens that I'll be traveling on that day, so I'll be flying over. I'll be flying over Crew, but I won't be able to attend. And I was thinking of Getz because, of course, Getz clashes with Worley, so I was thinking I might come over and do one day in Worley and one day in Getz. So we'll see. I haven't booked anything yet for that. It's always the first Sunday in December. Right, okay. I think that's what I put on there. I was in the Casino Model Railway Museum, Malahide on Monday. Yeah, I was there a couple of weeks back. I'd done a video on it on my other channel. I don't know if Flymo can find that link to that and stick it up for me, please. And you can see it's a great museum. If you're ever in Dublin, go to Malahide and see the museum. It's in a lovely spot. There's a lot about Cyril Fry in there and Irish railways and everything. It's nicely done out and looks well. I'll be on holiday with family, unfortunately. Thinking of going to Worley and Getz and make it a weekend. We can set a flare for you in the car park. Yeah. That's what I'm sort of thinking is Getz and Worley same weekend, because I was at Worley last year and I was helping operate the Inver layout and everything, so I was there as an operator, and I really did seeing all the videos that was coming out of Getz of everybody meeting up and having the crack and everything. I was like, oh, I'm really missing that, but we'll see. Having parachute out of the plane, yeah. Oh, Valerie's in the house. Hi, Valerie. How you doing? That's a simulation of the. Yeah, they got this simulator where you can drive the Dart. It was a very good museum. It also showed like the models that were built. Like he had to build everything from scratch, even cast the wheels. Like we're not talking buy stuff and put it together. It was literally make every bit of the model. It was making casts, the wheels, everything like that. It was, and the models that are there, they're fantastic. And there's so many of them covering all the railways in Ireland. It's like a history of the railways on the island. So don't forget that like button for me, subscribe if you're new here. And as I say, if you've got any questions, I think pop them into the chat. I'll do my best to answer them, or if I can't, someone in the chat will be able to. Let me just make sure I am getting all the messages, make sure I am all messages. There is a museum that on my bucket list I haven't been to yet, Pendon. Yeah, is it the same sort of thing, a model railway museum, is it? Has anyone been watching Big Brother? Oh, that's not still on, is it? That's something I don't very rarely watch as TV. In fact, what I've started watching recently, and it's only because it's come up in a load of YouTube shorts when I've been, mindlessly scrolling on my phone, is House. The medical with what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name now. Fry, yeah, Laurie Fry from Hugh and Laurie. Yeah, I just love his character that he plays, the way he is. I find it really, really entertaining. I'm almost through season 1. I only started watching it about a week ago. Oh, hang on, my chat just jumped. Oh, Elizabeth's in. Turco 00 Railways. Good evening, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Oh, Hot Dog Pilot is in as well. Hi, Andy. Hope you're keeping well, mate. Why people still watch that crap? Oh, you've opened up something now, guys. Valerie's asking what date in June is the Perth show. Oh, Aaron goes off. Take care. Catch you again. Clive, I don't watch TV now. Yeah, I'm the same. I'll stick on YouTube, or if I want to watch something, it'll be downloaded or it's on one of the streaming services and I watch it. Hugh Laurie, that's it, yeah. Couldn't remember, yeah. Of course, Fry's the other guy. God. No, but Big Brother is watching you. Yeah, that's one thing when I was back in the UK is like, how many damn cameras are there over there? Everywhere. Cameras on bus lanes, traffic lights, speed cameras, all over the motorways. You can't get away with anything. Not that you'll be doing anything that I'd need to get away with. Flymo says it'll be around the 23rd of June, Valerie. Pending a glimpse of English rural life around 1930 through extraordinary miniature dioramas featuring railways, villages, and landscapes in Oxford. Oh. Season 1 on the machine too, yeah. No, Pete Hermitage Road, I only watch YouTube. Oh, you still not well, Elizabeth? Sorry, I missed that in the chat. I know you were feeling a bit poorly last week. Open layout surgery, is that what you're up to, Andy? Big Brother might be the most famous Dutch export after party. Is that where it started? Big Brother, was it? It's a shame when a non-streaming original movie on a streaming service is not out on DVD. Me too. Me watches the Tube, all the great train channels. YouTube more entertaining than TV. Yeah. QXL is the only TV show I bothered with anymore. Yeah, that's something I used to watch all the time. Like one of the only channels I used to watch would have been Dave, and it was constant repeats of Top Gear and QI and what was the other one? Those are the ones that you seem to watch endlessly. Oh, Moneyborough Junction's in the house. Good evening, guys. How are you doing? Pendant is not open often, so it's not to wear it out. It was built decades ago. Oh, right, okay. Big Brother, people in a house watching people in a house would rather watch paint dry. The other thing that, what was that one where you're watching people watch TV? I don't get that show. Gogglebox, isn't that it? I've seen that and I was like, what is this all about? Why am I watching people watch TV? And I'm not even seeing what they're watching. Oh, Elizabeth's having fun running the older tender locos. Is the layout still breathing, Andy? Is it on life support? Is it still going? I need 12 volts DC, stat. '28th and 29th of June this year, to be precise, Valerie. So there you go, Valerie. That's the Perth show. It's so boring that they force the idiots in the house to get into fights. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, that was an all right show. I'm getting a lot of that Blacklist series fired at me in shorts. That's a heavy and groaning for 4 days. I'm not sure what Andy's talking about there now. I don't know what he's watching. The Royal Family. That's the show I didn't like. I just couldn't get into that. I watched it once for about 30 minutes. That was enough. Yeah. Oh, Maury, you don't like Gogglebox, do you? Oh. There's some crazy crap out there catering for the crazies. The chilly air has got to Andy. Ooh. Oh, is that the link for the Perth show there, Flymo? Chris, I am proud that I have never watched 1 second of reality TV in my entire life. Who needs TV when we have a certain president who thinks he's still on reality TV? Oh, let's not go down that road into politics. I think that we could get a lot of people's backs up. Over 7 years, the shed has subsided on one side by ½ an inch. Corrective action was needed. So are you correcting the shed or correcting the layout? You jacking the shed up and putting some shims under it? So I moved on to the Fanta Lemon now. It's freaking cold here, raining a lot, feels like I'm in Dublin. Well, actually today, it was actually quite pleasant outside. And yesterday, sun was shining, blue skies. Haven't had any rain for the last 2 days, everything's bone dry. No, don't go there, please. No, I'm not going there, Elizabeth, no. Is this the part when you go to 9 p.m. for the final time? Yeah, I usually go to 9 unless Jason's on. So this will be my last to 9 o'clock. This time next week I'll be finished and we'll all be sat down watching Jason. So Mark, you said you were going to change something on the layout. Did I? I said I was going to clean it, which I started cleaning by cleaning the locos. And one of them was really filthy. Like, again, sometimes you take the locos and you look at the wheels and go, that's not dirty. And then you put a cotton bud on it and start cleaning it, and the cotton bud goes black, and it was like, oh, maybe that was a bit dirty. So yeah, the locos that are running around tonight, they've all had their wheels and contacts cleaned, which is why they're running a lot better tonight. I haven't cleaned the track, which is something I'm going to do this weekend. It's like when I look down at the track, you can see it's clean and that, but there's bits where there's little bits of dirt, and you're just wondering, where does that dirt come from? And why is it in that particular spot on the track and not anywhere else? No, hang on. That's not politics, it's the lunatics running the asylum. Oh, there's the Google Docs link. So if you have any questions or anything, you can put it on the Google's Docs and I can answer it. Some people might not want to put it in the chat, but if you put it on there, I can see it and answer it. Or if you could change something. Oh yeah, I would totally change everything on this. I would rebuild it completely. Because I've obviously building this, I've made mistakes and I've tried to fix those mistakes. So I would like to start again and rebuild it from scratch, rectifying those mistakes. I might do a video on it someday. The errors I've made in building this, because I have made errors, and which has then taken longer to fix. And but it's model railways. You learn as you do these things. You learn the best ways and the not so good ways of doing stuff. And the best way to learn is by making mistakes, because you don't want to make them again, because especially model railways, if you make a mistake, it can be very expensive. Oh, excuse me. I just had a notification. If anybody heard that notification, it was my phone telling me I'm live. Where was I? Oh, Brian's in the house. Hi, Finnerton. How are you doing? How's things with you, sir? Didn't think that loco attraction tires. Yeah, that's what it's like. I did have one like that, where I thought, oh, this is a traction tire. Oh, no, it's not. It's dirt. Ooh. And then that train was running fine. I was like, how is this running? The wheels are filthy. Oh, Raymond, I'm waiting for the water company to turn my water back on. Actually, funny enough, last night, we had no water. There was a burst main somewhere, and they were out fixing it, and it came back on during the night. So just know the toilets were full again in the morning, so we could flush them. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Yeah, John Holly wants to know, how long have you been without water, Raymond? Raymond, I use the pink eraser to clean track. Yeah, I also cleaned out some very hectic black wheels. Harry is a newcomer. Methinks spraying oil residue on the track. I need to do a complete service for Harry. Right, okay. Tim Maslin, good evening. Welcome to stream. And either rails have taken it down or someone has spent 450 on that evening star. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I seen that. That is taking the, like, I know it's not available, but come on. And to be honest, more fool somebody if they pay 450 for that. I mean, it's not as if it's a really rare model that, you know, don't get me wrong, they're excellent models and everything, and they're worth the money they are, but not buying a second-hand one for, was it 150 quid odd over the normal price? It's just, no. So Elizabeth, yes, luckily I tested and planned my layout on the floor for months and then weeks on dining table and then finally the board and up the air after nailing tracks. Oh, so it's all nailed down now. Ooh. Simon shouting at Brian. Yeah, hopefully they took it down. It was outrageous pricing. It really was. I doubt it. Some idiot bought it. Oh, we have a water well, so emergencies, we get water from there to do flushes. You see, now, when I was living out more in the countryside, yeah, we had a well and we had streams and everything like that. Water was never a problem. But when you're living in a town, you're reliant on the mains. It's really why I want to move from here. I don't really like where I'm situated. I'd rather be back out in the countryside again, you know, without people around me. Oh, Harry is a J94 introduced to Circle last week. All right, okay. Oh, Tom gets his water from a well. Like, I remember growing up, you know, there just wasn't mains water around. Like, I remember being really small in the late 70s, and if you wanted the phone in, you put your name down to get the phone, and you were told it was like a 15-year waiting list because the infrastructure just wasn't there. There was no telephone lines. You know, you had to wait for them to put the wires in. And some of my neighbors, they would have a spring well, and some of the water they used to have coming out of these springs was fantastic. Just really lovely water. Oh, Anthony's in. Hi, Anthony. How you doing? Quick hello. All just back from the park with Kyan. Oh, how's Kyan doing? He's our top moderator. Watch out. Kyan's at the keyboard. We're just fine until the power goes off. Yeah. Yeah, most people's vision of a well is a, thing with a bucket on a string go up and down. That's not what modern wells are like. Modern wells are about a 4 to 6 inch pipe driven into the ground with a long pipe with a pump on the end of it that forces the water up. That then goes into some sort of pressurized container. Cornish Bob, hi Cornish Bob, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Remember when you had to book a long distance call with the operator because there wasn't enough lines? No, like I remember growing up, there was one neighbor who had the phone and everybody made their calls. And we're talking back, like any Irish people on here remember the times back in the 70s and 80s when usually some member of the family was working abroad and you'd book your time slot to go around to see Sheila and you'd be there waiting for the phone to ring because they'd be ringing with news from England or the States or wherever they were, and you'd get like a 10-minute call with them just to catch up on stuff. Yeah, it was like Sheila knew all the news because she was, people would ring her if there was a death abroad or something like that, so she would then have to go and tell the family. Yeah, it seems strange now. Now everybody's got a mobile phone staring into their device in their hand all the time, but back then, you got a newspaper and that was it. That was your news. All lines through London are busy. Please try later. Oh, Canadian Locomotive Logistics is off. Catch you again. I see a policeman guard. No. Yeah, because that was it. The guard station had a phone. The doctor had a phone. And then there was a couple other people out in, because like you don't remember where I lived was out in the sticks, Our remember being, I must have been about 5 or 6, and our chimney caught fire. You didn't call the fire brigade, you called your neighbors. And they all came around and they put the fire out. Yeah, not Jerry ago. We had to wait 5 years for a line in Dublin, yeah. It's back in the days there'd be a queue for the phone box. Yeah, that was the other thing. People would ring the phone box as well. So you'd be waiting at the phone box for it to ring, for somebody to ring. We used to have a party telephone line at home so you could listen into the neighbors' conversations. Yeah, you used to get that. You used to get what they call crossed lines, and you'd pick the phone up and you hear somebody else's conversation. I'm glad papers aren't the only news. Yeah, we had an early phone line. My dad installed it. I used to get free calls, service call via operator. Yeah. Although sometimes TV and YouTube news can be too much or worse than not news at all. The problem with news nowadays is you have to get it from several different sources. So you gather the stories from different perspectives and make up your own mind. You just can't go with the news from one side or the other. You just have to take all the news and sort of analyze it and look at it yourself and go, well, listening to these stories, I think this is what actually happened, which is dangerous because you mightn't have the full story and you're going to be making assumptions. Ah, well, there was a bit of bother at the main post office in Dublin. Yeah, that was a few years ago now. Well, Elizabeth, you should be staying in bed, take your antibiotics, keep your fluids up, keep eating, and just relax and recover. There's the link to Canadian Locomotive Logistics. You should go onto that because you can actually, he has it set up. You can go onto a website and you can actually control his trains. 2 cans and a piece of string, yeah. Oh, you're using nebulizer as well. God, Elizabeth, you really are under the weather. Yeah, it's harder to tell what's true or fake. 10 pulses a second. Is this a fly plug for ground news? Yeah, you know when I get to that level where I can start advertising stuff. You know, I use Surfshark. Well, I actually do, but I get all my news through Ground News, and I use AG1 to up my immune system, whatever. Obviously those adverts that sponsored must work, or else they wouldn't use them. But it just makes me laugh when you're watching something and then the YouTuber goes all sincere and is trying to sell something, and you're just like, you don't use that. You don't. You know, it just makes me laugh and just like, yeah, okay, here comes the hard sell. Gone are the days where we had to have a spare 10p in your pocket for the phone box. Yeah. Can I reverse the charges? No. Jeez, Flammo, I'm not that old. There's a site called Ground News which tells the article, and yeah. That's what we're just on about there, Simon. I also think there are three sides to the story. Your side, their side of the truth. That's very true, guys. That is very true. Because it's like, what was it? Chinese whispers or whatever. You tell a story, tell it, and by the time it gets around to you, it's completely changed. Right, the fake news and making fake lies videos, wasting time. Yeah. But it's always people's point of view as well, you know, and you just, for them, it's their truth. Whereas your truth might be something different. And I always say, well, what makes something right and what makes something wrong? Is it the majority of people think that's right, so therefore it's right? Or anyway, let's not get into that, because it will start arguments and discussions and upset people and everything. Definitely don't want to bring. This is a model railway channel. We do model railways. We're all joined by that same hobby. All right, I'm back, I think. I don't know, that mic was just went all of a sudden. Does anyone here still use chicken wire and paper mache to make scenery on their layouts? I actually did a video on that using 4 different methods for making scenery. Although I didn't use paper mache, I used plaster cloth. But I used the wire method, the Celotex, cardboard, and sort of bowls of paper and stuff. And I've done one hillside with 4 sections of that. And by the time it's finished, you can't tell the difference which method you used underneath. Sorry, guys, you haven't gone deaf. 156 Andrew, good evening. Yes, YouTube censorship. Yeah, the mic was dead, yeah. Sorry, Timbers can't hear it. Yep, no sound. Yeah, okay. Get down here. Let me just scroll down to make sure you can all hear me. Yeah, back again. Good. 5.5 again. He's talking to himself. Yeah, talking to myself. I really wish these mics would have some, indication apart from checking all the time that they had some. They would give off a beep or something to say I'm about to die. Sorry, Tim, has anyone ordered one of the new Bachmann Class 66? Yeah, Bachmann are bringing out a new tooled 66. You'd think after Akira Scale just bought theirs out that they would do one as well. She's back at 5.5 again. Yeah, there's the J-cloth and PVA method that Alan Buckland Junction has perfected. Did you see my Barnes Junction? Yeah, I did. Yeah, obviously the mic was off when I was talking about that. So, Particle Station, Charlie, how are you doing? Good evening, Mark and all in chat. 22 degrees here for the first time this year. Oh, very nice. Wonder if there's a day he went on a run with a load and came back to a crispy J-cloth. Hi, Andrew's mum. So Tim, you thought about ordering one, but to be honest, apart from the new coupling, I have 2 from Akira Scale, and there isn't much difference, so I'm not bothering. Yeah. New locos seem to go around in packs. I don't know what the temperature got up to here today. It must have been at least 17 or 18 degrees because, it was what we'd call t-shirt weather in Donegal. But still cold in the evenings. Mark, have you a plan for scenery? I do, whenever I get around to it. It's going to be hills, tunnels, station area, TMD, sort of hill, tunnel, river scene, something like that here. That's roughly what it is. That's 3 Bachmann users coming out soon after Akira Scale. Class 37, 3166, all a bit odd. Yeah, it is a bit, Simon. Andy Puff County Dobson. Good evening, Andy. How are you doing? I don't need brand new locos, and even then I grab. Do you know what I've started buying is when I go to shows is decent secondhand locos. You know, I picked up that Bachmann 66. You know, I've picked up a few Class 37s. I have got some new locos in order, like the Irish Railway models, Maeve and the Hunslet, because they're sort of unique models and they're not going to be on the second-hand market for years, and they're going to be at an exorbitant price. So you're better off ordering them new. And the good thing with the Curascale, they've got this pay system now, so I can pay so much each month. So by the time they're ready, I've already paid for the thing. Yeah, I think a Curascale would have taken a lot of their market share. And like a Curascale models are just as good, if not better, than Bachmann's, with detail and everything like that. And they're cheaper. And I know they've had some teething problems with motors. I think they had a bad batch of motors from China, but they were very quick and very good at sorting it out and giving them, you know, the models now come with a lifetime guarantee on bits and pieces on it. You know, and I've spoken to the guys, like I've met them at shows and everything like that, and they are genuine modelers and they are really nice people, and they really started up the Curascale to make the models that they wanted, you know, and they do such an excellent job on it because they are passionate about it. And maybe that's what's got a little bit lost in Bachmann and Hornby. They got too big and they don't necessarily have the passion that smaller companies like a Curascale and Cavalex and that have. Maybe that's part of the issue. But any of the Curascale boys I've chatted to, like Fran, who started it, you know, they're modelers and they want these models. I mean, the A class is going around there. That's Irish Railway models of Curascale. Lovely model. You know, I've got a couple of Class 37s from a Curascale. Fantastic models. I use the XPS foam boards, very versatile in the layout to make scenery. For me, when I'm making scenery, I use cardboard frames and fill it with dry newspaper, plastic, whatever like that, and plaster Paris over the top. And that works. I thought using the Celotex boards and things like that, I thought, well, that's a great idea. But it's so messy and it takes so much time to carve and things like that. The other way is just quick and easy. I have 3 A4s came today. If I didn't get them at such a good price, I would not be happy. Well, some Marie's Motorway, John Holly's asking you how they were, Brian. Are they any good? There's the link for Model Rail Crew. Eltmore is doing the same thing, the monthly pay. Yeah, it actually came out recently and it appeared on my phone. I was like, what the hell's that? Who's taking money on my account? What? And then I looked at it. Oh, I know what that is. Need to open a toolbox in a parts drawer. Ooh. Oh, Andy's off. He's off to walk the dogs. Okay, catch you again, Andy. Amazon. That pay monthly system allows me to buy a second class 66Y. I mostly have a Curascale stock. Yeah, it's good. Oh, there's a link for the channel membership. It's very much appreciated if you become a member. I gained 2 members last week. Thanks for your contributions. It helps me maintain the layouts in the museum. Don't use any of that money for myself. It all goes to the layouts. And I suppose if I do next week from the museum, you can see exactly where the money from your membership and money that's been donated, super chats and things like that, and the revenue from the ad revenue. That's something you could let me know. Is is there too many ads in the videos? Because I try and manually put them in, but YouTube is bringing this thing out now at the beginning of May where they're going to take over putting the ads in. I know I could opt out of it, but I just want to see how it goes, see if they're just ramming ads in every 2 minutes. Because if it is, I'll switch it off. So I don't want people just watching my videos and getting bombarded with ads. In fact, that's what used to be known as HP. I wish I had your money to buy all this expensive logos. But like, I don't go out that often. I don't go out to the pub, drinking, whatever. And like, if you go out for a night, you're going to drop at least 50 quid for a night out, if not more, by the time you buy drinks and get a taxi and stuff like that. In fact, it's probably going to be even more. Well, you know, a couple of weeks of that and you've paid for a loco. My boxes are largely blue. I'd see a doctor about that, Andy. Elizabeth, I'm quite happy with my collection for now. Rolling stock, also a big thing, along with cars, trucks, pickups, motorcycles, bicycles, and people. Buildings, animals, and other things. So that's the other thing I'm trying to do, is not buy locos, but actually buy rakes of coaches and wagons and that sort of thing. Yeah, the A-Class Flymo has a stay alive and built-in speakers and everything. It really is. I'll put on the sound, but I'm not sure if it will come across on the mic, because the mic tends to block out background noise. I would like an Acura Scale model, but I don't think my layout is good enough. Brian, it is. There's a link to Moorland Model Railway Andy's YouTube channel. I must admit, Andy does some fantastic dioramas, and his scenic bits are second to none. Brian's layout will look great once he has built the Superstation canopy. Some of you know I converted the old Triangle Princess to DCC, runs better than ever. That's the way forward, yeah. Charlie at Particle Station done a couple of videos on that there, so you can check that out if you're wondering about converting old locos to DCC. Oh, Joshua's off. Good night, Joshua. Oh, Flymo pays for premium, so he doesn't get the ads. Ooh. Maura says the videos are fine. Thanks, Maura. Had no ads today. Okay. Yeah, Richard Watts used to do, yeah, like spoke to him at the Dublin shows the last time I seen Richard, and he's really nice, down-to-earth guy, lovely guy to chat to. You know, obviously he likes his models and modeling as well. So, yeah, I think Richard is, he's been with the Acura Scale, must be at least a year now, if not more. I approve of 40 long rigs. Yeah, so back here. Rake of coaches would be a clean sweep and buying them. Oh dear, Simon. My last big purchase was our IRM CAE coaches. Lovely models, but the tension lock couplings are dreadful. I think tension lock couplings on most things are dreadful, but I'm slowly converting mine to Hunt magnetic couplings. I know they're not prototypical and you can't do remote uncoupling. You have to use the hand of God to pull them apart, but most of the time I'm going to be running rakes and I'm not going to be doing that sort of, any shunting is going to be just locos in the TMD, that sort of thing. Any layout is good enough for any loco. Well said, Anthony. I would agree with that. Aim 3 to 6 coaches enough for me. Tom, I hope I got a layout by the time Maeve comes. Only had an advert at the start of the stream and that's it. Yeah, I don't think they put adverts in live streams, do they? They're at the beginning of the stream, but they don't put them in automatically. I think if you're rewatching it, there'd be adverts in the middle of it. But I don't think, I think I would have to manually say put an ad here now. I'm just talking about the normal videos. Help, the wife has put Big Brother on TV. I have 6 coach train, longest 3 tracks. Trying to save up magnetic coupons. Yeah, I see. I'm buying a pack a month, sort of things. They're about 15 quid. You get 10 in a pack, so you can do, well, you get 10 pairs, so you can do 10. And so my locos, I have drop link on one end and magnetic on the other end, so I can just swap the loco around, or I have do one carriage or wagon with one of the other at the other end. Donegal Railways not use a type of tension lock hooks over the. Yeah, they had a center buffer, which also had a hook in it that hooked over each other, along with then 2 sort of safety chains. You could remotely uncouple Hunts by an enormous electromagnet under the track. Yeah, it could have a few unintended consequences, though. Richard Brown has one ad midstream, so you miss what he's saying. Oh. I've made the decision to try and to get up brakes. Right, we're almost at 9:10, so I've gone over by 10 minutes. So I'm going to say goodnight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I put a video out today on the flying display that was at North Down Model Railway Society show there 2 weekends ago. You have to excuse the camera work on it. I was trying to follow planes around a school gym, so the photography mightn't be the best. But there'll be a video out on Saturday on some rolling stock maintenance and a little bit about the Hunt couplings. That'll be out about 5 o'clock on Saturday. Channel members will already seen it. Be back next Thursday. Hopefully I'm going to try, depending on the weather, do next Thursday's live stream from the wagon in the museum, so I can do some work on there. And don't forget, next Thursday, Jason's back. So I'll only be on for an hour next week. Jason will be back at 8:30. And I will put a redirect on my stream. So when my stream finishes, it'll kick you straight over to Jason. So thanks everyone for tuning in. It's a pleasure having you here on a Thursday evening, joining me for running some trains and shooting the breeze. So I'm going to end the stream now. Thanks for tuning in and enjoy your modeling. And I will see you all next week and in the other streams. So bye for now.